Let's do connections. We're finding 4 groups of 4. Bingo, row, correct, computer. Okay, TIFF is a image format, but I think it can also mean to fight. A TIFF in a row. We've had a very similar category before, I'm pretty sure. In a fight. And a scrap. I think these are all words for like getting in a fight. Fight, it might be a bit too much on the dot, but let's give it a try. Quarrel. Okay. War is a card game, so is poker. What's another card game? Roulette is a gambling game, but not a card game. Okay, if there's another card game here, I don't know it. Fix just sounds like a card game, but it wouldn't be one I know. So I'm going to have to hold off on the card game route. Maybe it's not even card games. Because we do have poker, roulette, and lottery, which would be just gambling. And bingo. Often see gambling games found in a casino. Well, lotteries aren't found in casinos, so maybe just gambling games. Let's give it a try. 1 away. Didn't expect 1 away on that. Expected it to be right or very wrong. So bingo, poker, and roulette are found in casinos. Okay, well, let's hold off on that. Correct, revise. Okay, you can correct something, you can fix something, you can revise something, you can amend something. Yeah, those all mean the same thing. Update for accuracy. Okay. So we had lottery, bingo, poker, and roulette as gambling, and it was 1 away. So what would potato, blue, computer, and war? What do 3 of those have in common? Maybe that's helpful. I'm wondering if war goes with... See, war is a card game, but it's not a gambling game. It's a kid's game. Something's weird. Something's weird with these categories. For sure. Potato, pancake. Potato... blue, like, I'm sure one of these is fill in the blank, right? I don't see how it would be anything but fill in the blank. But it doesn't look like a play on spelling or anything. What would war, like, what would war go with in terms of fill in the blank? World War? War machine? No. Do you think blue goes in the blue? I am wearing blue today. Let's see. Names of my previous pet dogs, not mine, but the puzzle creators: Bingo, Blue, and Potato. I feel like lottery's the odd one out of these 3, but I don't know what to add in. Maybe just computer, like you can gamble on your computer. I don't know. Let's just see what happens if I try this. I do have a few mistakes left. Okay, that was not 1 away. That's helpful. So lottery must be in the group. And computer must not be. So we can split by lottery and computer because they're not in the same group as each other. Computer program, computer... I mean, the computer can be attached to so many things. So what's removed besides lottery? Maybe bingo? Or roulette? The only thing I can think of is, I don't know, because bingo doesn't use cards either. I mean, bingo does use cards, but not playing cards. Gambling games that involve cards? 1 away. Interesting. So I removed roulette, added war, and we were 1 away. Doesn't that mean both are in? So we've got lottery, roulette, war, along with poker or bingo. I don't know if I can say that's true. What is... I got to figure out the other category. So, I mean, the other option is roulette and war. That these 3 belong together, and roulette and war both don't belong in. That I have to consider that other possibility. But potato, blue, and computer are not involved. Well, they could be. If it's these 3, they could be. Computer's not. So between computer and lottery, that's my best bet. Those are in 2 different categories. Chip. Computer chip, potato chip, blue chip, poker chip. There it is. Okay. I was looking at blue, and I was thinking about blue chip stocks, which I invest in. So that's lucky. And I was like, oh yeah, computer chip, potato chip. Okay. That just came to me. Like, I was like, computer, and the computer primed me to be thinking about technology. And then blue, I was like, oh yeah, blue chip is a kind of stock. But it's not necessarily technology stocks, right? I don't know the exact definition of a blue chip stock. I just know that I invest in them. Anyway, roulette, lottery, bingo, and war. See, I keep thinking these are like gambling games, but like war is so out there. Okay, and let's just see what they labeled these as. Games of chance. Okay, so I mean, so is poker, but I mean that everyone's going to complain about that. But that's the game. that's what makes the game hard and interesting and a logic puzzle. Is that yes, there can be words that can go in the category that don't end up in the category. That's part of the game, guys. All right, so you feel free to I don't mind if you complain about it in the comments. Perfectly fine with that. But do expect people to respond, well, actually, that's part of the game. Yeah, we know it's part of the game. We're still allowed to complain that, like, I thought poker was going to go in there for sure. If you're going to list games of chance, poker is like the first one you're going to list. And yeah, that's what made it hard and interesting to talk about. Anyway, not much else to say about this. Just let me know how you did. And see you next time. Let's do the mini crossword for March 27th. Let's go. In favor of 4, sneeze sound, a chew, monkey in the middle of this puzzle. I don't know. What golf courses and bad plots? FH does not look good, does it? Well, we'll keep going anyway. What golf courses and bad plots both have? Holes, plot holes. She, sheep, you. Suffix meaning lover of. I'm not sure. I think a chew is wrong. Where cacio e pepe is a signature dish. I would think. Oh, probably. Oh, is this 4 wrong actually? Because this is Rome. My bad. Oops. Okay, so what's this? In favor of. I don't know. Let's do this. Feel the pain. Ache. Puppy chow. Okay, so chimp is in the middle of the puzzle, I suppose. Suffix meaning lover of or in favor of. Oh, file, Phile. Okay, and pro? Hold on. In favor of pro. Oh, like pro and con. Okay. I was thinking pro like professional. And yeah, the suffix file means you love it. Okay. Did I miss any other ones? U, holes, chimp, a chew was actually the correct one, not 4. File, Rome, oops. Yeah, okay. Pretty straightforward other than just I filled 4 instead of pro, and that caused me some issues, but otherwise, yeah. Let me know how you did. Let's do Strands for March 27th. Today's theme is This is Where I Draw the Line. Interesting. I've had some comments saying they're excited for me to solve this one, so I hope that doesn't mean something bad. But wow. Okay, so I'm going to look at the edges first. CSE, DTC, we've got cat. This is where I draw the line. We'll think about the theme in a second, but maybe there's just an easy word along the border today. It's hard to scan the border. I don't know why. Like, I always miss it. I don't have the right strategy for scanning the border. This corner might be interesting. I'm noticing it's pretty restricted. Maybe. I'm not seeing a lot of opportunity for the border to have a word. So I guess maybe not. The border's kind of interesting. I see there. Nope. Okay. So this corner. Let's think about the theme. This is where I draw the line. The first thing that comes to my mind is geometry or graphing. Is there graphing? I see GRA, but not a way to continue that. Slope. Just thinking about like line related things. And it's drawing the line. I don't know how literally we should take that. I keep seeing potato and it's not actually potato. Protractor, like it would be the fact that we have protra and not protractor. Is it over here? Tiara? I don't know what tiaras would have to do with drawing the line, but it seems suspicious that it was there. Okay, how about this corner? We have tract. I thought maybe tract could be line related. I feel like this game has a design flaw. Let me talk about that while I fail to find anything in the corners here, and while talking, also failing to actually be looking. So obviously, I could hit right now, and I'd just be off to the races, and I'd probably figure out the theme and then go from there. Not always, but it would certainly help a lot. But like, it feels like gameplay wise, you're also discouraged from using hints because it's so powerful that it's like, hey, I just like to end the game now. It's the win the game button. I found 3 words that you didn't want, and now I can win the game. It just seems too powerful, and like it's not satisfying. So my feedback continues to be, I would use hints if they were not so heavy-handed. Like, why not do stuff like give us additional clues towards the theme, or I don't know, give us the first letter of a word. Like, hey, this word, there is a word and it starts with this letter. Focus on that, right? Something along those lines would at least be like less heavy-handed. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. There have been a lot of good comments of like, yep, hints could do that. Yep, hints could do that. I completely agree. So it seems weird that they're continuing with the way hints currently work. The game's still in beta, so hopefully they're taking the feedback. I don't know if they watch my videos. Maybe I should email some feedback too. Let's see. Tell you what, I will gather all of the feedback in the comments of this video, and I will send out an email saying, hey, here's what my viewers have suggested and what their feelings are about the hint system. Let's do that. Let's see if that does anything. I see TCH here, like ETCH. Oops, ETCH. I mean, that is a word on its own, but I'm thinking it might be the ending of something, or even etches. What would end in etches, though? That isn't just etches. That's so suspicious, though. Why don't I see it? Sketches? No? Oh my gosh, I was so sure. How about goo sketches? It's when you sketch goo. Anyway, that joke is going to take way too long to path correctly. When you sketch a kangaroo, it's a roo sketch. Roo sketches. What about just sketch then? Oh, okay, it was just sketch. Maybe that's another thing. Like, if you get partial of a word or too much of a word, if it just like gave you something, like, I don't know. That seems like a good idea, doesn't it? Like, I did sketches and it was like, the sketch part, that works. Or like, if I get like etch, right, then it would go, that's orange. Hey, that's part of a word. Keep going, right? I think that would be kind of neat. I don't know. What do you think about that? I think everyone's going to have their own opinion, but I think if it were put in the game, I think people would appreciate it. Ding. So these are just ways that you draw. Pencil, charcoal. What are like drawing words? I see ing. Is just drawing here somewhere? No, I thought maybe. What would be like the spanogram? What would be our span? I'm thinking it goes top to bottom given where sketch is, but all right, I was looking at this corner and I saw comic. Okay, finally something. I literally just sat here and stared at the grid for a while to make the editing life easier, because we are now 21 minutes in and I have to edit this down to TikTok length. So I literally just sat here staring at the grid. That was fun. Comic. So now we have something ending in like DLE then. I mean, these are just things you different drawing mediums. What would be the spanogram? Doodle? Doodle. Like that. Okay. So yeah, we're doodling, we're sketching, we're drawing comics. I mean, what would you categorize these all as? Okay, what's going on over here? Okay, well, so our left side is completely full. So our spanogram has to go top to bottom. And it's got to get around this doodle part. And if we get caught in this ing, I don't know how we're getting out. So let's think about this word. Like acing. What would acing mean? In terms of drawing, I mean, racing. There's something here. It's got to end in ing, right? Am I on the wrong track? Is that right? Okay, I'm going to continue thinking about how if graph is somehow involved, then this top right, something's going to have to squeeze through this I and grab this R as well. Portrait. Why is portrait so hard to see? Okay. Now I'm convinced it's graph something. And it's it has to be the spanogram. So I got to get all the way to the bottom somehow. Graph what? We go to the O, graph on graph. Okay, I got to think about what other drawing art forms there are. We've gotten portrait, doodle, comic, and sketch. Painting. Is that too on the nose? Charcoal. Is there a charcoal? I'm not seeing it. Graph. I'm back on graph. Grafford. Meet my friend Grafford, the big red dog. I'm gonna do graphing again in case I like messed it up somehow. No, okay. But I mean, it wouldn't be because we got to get to the other side. Graphing calculator. Graphing. Like, is it 2 words? Graphing something? I mean, there's graphic here, right? Which I already found. Can we extend that somehow? Graphic art. Graphic art. Holy cow, that was the spanogram. Okay, graphic art. Got it. And design. I had sign so many times. Remember when I said, like, if you get part of the word, it should just tell you? Like, I think that would have really streamlined this. What is this, though? Krunta? Wait. Cartoon. It's cartoon. Okay. Wow. I started at that corner so long and didn't think to do... I think I did cart at some point. I danced around these a lot. I mean, it had to be graph. Graphic art. Wow. I don't know. I'm going to say this was the toughest one for me yet. Total time, 38 minutes. Insane. Just a lot of just sitting here and staring, like, what even does this mean? But didn't use any hints. Yay! Wouldn't it be nice if the game allowed you to succeed from your progress with a less heavy-handed way? Anyway, do leave a comment on what you think about the game design discussion that I sprinkled through here, and let me know how you did as well.